good, G's? So I remember a comedian talking about earthlings and how they treat people that try to bring peace and love. And two examples that this comedian gave was Jesus and Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Day is coming up. And the joke was that, yeah, humans aren't that bad, and then what happened to those two guys? So let's talk about Jesus. We'll talk about Martin later. But let's talk about Jesus. When I was a Christian, one of my favorite songs was Let's Have a Little Talk About Jesus, right? So there's two different characters of Jesus, right? I'm going to talk about the one that the story of the Bible is based on. Just a regular guy like me and you, wasn't born of a virgin, right? And born in a small town, stood up against the church and state, right? There are gaps in the story of Jesus as far as the biblical story of it, and the biblical story was hijacked to make him born of a virgin and the one and only Son of God and this, that, and the other, right? So that's used for control by the same people that Jesus was against, right? So Jesus was against the church as far as the organized religion, as far as using it to control people and not to enlighten them. The church can be a means of spiritual freedom if it was structured in the right way. But when you get people involved and then power involved, and corruption ensues. But really, church or religion is really about the idea that there's something more, and that can be the catalyst for an individual to go within, right? So Jesus is a story of someone that said, hey, the church and state are corrupt. They're limiting the people. They're controlling the people. They turned the church into pretty much a merchant place, right? And they're selling this and that, and it's not for what it's built for, right? And they didn't want that, the church of that time. The church of this time doesn't want that because there's a lot of money in church. You look at church and state, you look at how they're connected now. There's supposed to be a separation from church and state, but in theory there is. But you can see the benefits that the church gets and from the state. And so what does the state benefit from that relationship, right? Who knows, right? I'm not involved in that. I would imagine that the church would fall in line with the state because they want to keep those same benefits. And if you look at organized religion in this society, they missed their chance. During this pandemic, they missed their chance to step up and really show their true colors. They showed their true colors, but they didn't step up. So history will show that they just fell flat. They did not offer any real value to this situation on any level, mentally, spiritually, whatever, right? So Jesus was against that same organization back in the day, taught about the kingdom of heaven within, God within, and all of that stuff back then. And his story was hijacked, turned into a religion by the same people he was fighting against, and that's the situation we're in now. We're trying to correct that.